Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be talking about my new Jarvis Standing Desk by Fully. This isn't so much going to be a review, more just a chat. I'm not going to review it, but I'll tell you in advance, I'm really happy with it. So really I'm just going to talk about all the things that I think I was looking for when I was researching this desk. There's several competitors for best standing desk, but this one kept coming up in all the reviews, and this is the one I ended up going with. So I was obsessing over this desk for about 2 solid weeks. Every single day I was like playing with different builds, and you can go to the website and check it out. So I ended up getting a 72 by 30 inch powder coat black top with alloy legs. I got the extended range height because I'm 6'2", so I just wanted to make sure I had the full height, and I didn't want to get it and end up being like, hey, this is a little bit shorter than I need it to be. So I just got the extended range, which isn't too much more. And then I also got one power grommet, and I got the wire management kit. And I know you're going to look at this video and see all these wires all over the place, but I'm not really going for aesthetics with my desk, even though, I will clean it up a little bit. I just wanted to keep the cables nice and loose because I've just set it up, and you don't want to accidentally pull something off the table or whatever when you're still getting your space organized. So I just kept the wires nice and loose just to make sure that everything was going from the lower height to the standing height without being ripped out of its socket. So that's why they're kind of messy. And I was obsessing because there's so many options for this desk. So I'm going to go through it point by point and explain why I decided on each of those features. So first off, I wanted a really long desk because I'm using 4K monitors. This one I have, my main one is 32 inches, and I'm planning to get the Cintiq 32 as well when that comes out. And if you've seen the video for the 32, that thing is massive, so I need tons of space. And I can always use a longer desk. I'll fill it with paper, I'll fill it with sketchbooks or something. So a longer desk has always been something that I wanted. So I went with the 72. The 30 depth is standard for all the desks. You can't change that. You can only change the width. Probably the hardest decision was whether or not to go with the rectangular top or the contour. And I finally decided that if I got the contour, I wouldn't be able to make full use of the full length of the desk. So because it has that curve right in the center, unless you're sitting in the dead middle of your desk, you kind of risk putting yourself at an awkward place between the corner and then where the curve starts. So I kind of decided that because I'm using big monitors and the Cintiq will have to take up like half the desk on its own, I need the ability to slide from left to right along the desk and not have it be different in any way. I need it to be an even desk corner from the left side to the right side of the desk. So the rectangular just made sense, and the contour, even though it looks amazing, would maybe irritate me in such a way that I would be uncomfortable, and I didn't want to take that risk. The powered grommet is kind of whatever. I didn't even really know what it did, so I just got one. And in the end, I realized it's probably good to have one just in case you want to plug in a lamp or just something easy to plug in. You don't have to go to the wire cables. You don't have to go to the back to plug something in. You can just quickly get something in. Maybe you need to charge your cell phone or something. So I got one of those, and actually it's really cool having that. And then the hardest decision I had to make was what color frame to go with. When I was doing research and I was looking at YouTube videos, and like I saw these people with Jarvis Desk, everyone gets the bamboo and everyone gets like the black legs or something like that. So there wasn't a ton of reference, and that's honestly part of the reason why I'm making this video, is because this is a black desk with alloy legs, which I hadn't seen in video format. At least I'd seen maybe a picture or two. And to make my decision, and this is kind of a credit to the customer service at Fully, I called them up and I was like, hey man, don't really have like a serious question, but I was just kind of wondering, like, what color legs do you think are the best? And the guy told me, he's like, honestly, personally, man, I think the alloy legs are the coolest by far. Like, just instantly he answered the alloy legs. And so that kind of gave me confidence to make that decision and try it out. And sure enough, like, I got it and it's wicked. Like, it's gonna be cool now and it's gonna be cool in like 10 years. Like, the alloy legs are a solid choice to make. So then next up, I got the extended height, which goes up to about 50 inches tall. And it's perfect for me. It's like, it gives you, if you're a tall person, like I said, I'm 6'2". If you're a taller person, you might even like having it be higher than you normally would rest your arms. So just having that flexibility was just the safer choice for me. I didn't want to be left with something that I was unhappy with in any way, shape, or form. And then the programmable memory versus the standard handset. That was a pretty clear choice to me. That wasn't, I just wanted to be able to push a button and then have it go to whatever program set height that I used. And it's super easy to use. You can figure it out in minutes. So I set like 4 to be the standing height and like 1 to be the sitting height that is level with my second desk to the right. And it's so much fun to play with, man. You just hit the button, you walk away, use the washroom, and your desk is up. Like, it's wicked. And that was pretty much it. I didn't get anything else. I kind of wanted these floor mats, but I was like, it's already racking up the price, so I didn't bother with that for now. I can always get one later. And then the cable trays. No, wait, what did I get? I think I got black complete solution. That's what I got. And yeah, that was the only part that required a little bit of work. So all the holes in the desk for the legs and for the programmable handset, they're all pre-drilled. So you don't have to do any of that, which is great. But for the wire tamer kit, you had to drill your own holes. And that was we were a little bit nervous because the table itself isn't super thick and you don't want to run the risk of punching a hole through the brand new table. So just be super careful and know that if you do the wire tamer kit, it's doable. Just be really careful, make sure you know what you're doing, and don't break your desk. So in total, it probably took me like 5 hours to build the desk. I know that you can probably do it in 1 hour. I could definitely do it faster if I got a second one, which I'm definitely considering. But I didn't speed through it. I didn't want to speed through it. I'd rather have like a really solid desk than to have it quickly built, but then have it be kind of wobbly. I was really going for sturdiness. So most of the desk was constructed just with a simple Allen key. And my brother helped me position a couple things and just line some things up. And like I said, the scariest part was probably just drilling my own holes. And like, to be honest, dude, like I'm not into woodworking or anything like that. So I've never used those tools before, but we had some and I gave it a shot and it worked out fine. So I think even if you aren't comfortable doing that stuff, you can probably find somebody to help you do it. And there's no rush. Like, just take your time, build a solid desk, and be proud of it, because it's definitely worth it once you're satisfied with something that's well constructed. So next up, I got to tell you like how happy I was with Fully and just dealing with their customer service. So I live in Canada, so the desk had to be shipped up here from I think it's like Portland and Washington are their two warehouses. And Canadian orders get sent up on Thursdays. So they sent it out on April 5th and I got it on April 11th. So less than a week it took to get up here. So I was just super impressed with the speed of that delivery. Everything's really well packaged. There's this nice foam padding along the desk, so there's nothing scratched, there's no problem at all. So yeah, overall I think this desk and everything lived up to the hype. I think it is as good as everyone said it was. I'm just like, it's my first standing desk and I'm just blown away. Like, why wouldn't you have one of these? It can be a normal desk or it can be a standing desk. Just having that flexibility is unbeatable to me, because I'm trying to work like 14-hour days. So like after dinner, sometimes I'll want to keep working, but then I don't want to like sit down right away. So just having the ability to stand is incredible. It's so simple, and I don't see myself ever buying a different desk than this one. I'll probably always have one of these, and I honestly see myself buying a second one day. So one of the top questions that everyone has going into it is, how wobbly is the desk at standing height? So I gotta say, like, at standing height, this thing is solid. I mean, it depends on what surface you have it. I have it on top of carpet right now. And like, there is like minimal wobble. Like you really can't detect anything noticeable. When you watch my desk rise, you can look at my muscle guy on the left, and you know, he's a wobbly statue on his own, and he doesn't really move when the desk goes up. So this thing is solid. The sound is minimal, and the action of it going up and down is incredibly smooth. So you're not going to have any problems with the wobble. I know there's a video on YouTube of some guy, he's got his desk and he's like complaining about how wobbly the thing is. And I'm wondering, like, who the hell built that thing? Like, dude, did you like spend like 5 minutes building that desk? Because that thing is way too shaky. Like, he did not press that Allen key hard, because your palms, if you're doing it right and you're making this thing like as strong as it can be, your palms should be like indented with the Allen key by the end. So build it well, guys. Like, it's so funny to me because the wobbliness of your desk is directly connected to how well you constructed it. Anyways, guys, that's all I gotta say. Desk is dope. And if I didn't cover any of your questions, just feel free to ask in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.